So it's 2024, and another year has come and gone. As we proceed into January, it is our first instinct to create a list of things we would like to change or goals we would like to achieve. For me, January is a time to reflect on the year that has passed, check in with myself, and plan for a full, happy, and healthy year ahead. As I get older, I realize how different my list of priorities for the new year changes. If you think about it, if every chapter in the book you were reading was the same, would you enjoy it? I really do believe that each year is a new chapter and change is important. As we move into the new year, I hope you reflect on all that you have achieved, give yourself grace, and are excited for what's to come. So much can happen in a year. Hello you guys, welcome, and if you're new here, my name is Lisa. So I just wanted to pop on and just officially start off this vlog. This is our first vlog of the 30 Days of Wellness series, and we are setting our intentions for 2024. If you're new here, I am a certified personal trainer and nutrition coach, and health and wellness is something that I take so seriously. It's a huge passion of mine. And the beginning of the new year is something I really enjoy because it's just like you just get to set the tone for the rest of the year, and I absolutely love this time of the year. But I just wanted to pop on. I'm heading to the grocery store now because, as always, it's a good intention to set with your nutrition, to go for a nice food shop, pick up all the things that you need. Cook more at home is one of my topics, but we'll get into more of those topics later. I just wanted to pop in and say hello and welcome back. So we are setting our intentions for 2024, and as I mentioned, health and wellness is huge for me. So this next 30 days, I am going to be taking health and wellness to the max, making sure that I'm taking care of me, doing all the things that are necessary for me to set myself up for the year to come. I wanted to take you guys along just because I know there's a lot of New Year's resolution talk, but with this, I just wanted to remind you to just go at your own pace, do what feels right to you, and there's a ton of different things going on out there, which we'll get into, and how I feel about these certain trends that are happening. But I just wanted to start off by saying, do what feels right for you always, because that's the only thing that matters. That being said, we're gonna get into some skincare, hair care. As you saw, it was hair wash day, doing the most. So first I'm getting into my skincare because I like to let all of the creams, etc. really set in while I dry my hair. I know we're in a different bathroom today. I wanted to switch it up. I really do love this bathroom as well. It's just super cozy in here. It's a little bit smaller than my normal one, but I just love it in here. Alright, you guys, so I wanted to just have a cozy night in and kind of get myself together, as you saw. And I also wanted to do, for the very first time, a vision board. I've never done that in the past, and I really kind of always wanted to. I'm a very visual person, so I think that would be fun and just good for my overall goal setting and year planning. But I wanted to talk about a few things that I am going to be doing, and also the steps that I'm going to be taking just to basically have the best year ever. A lot of things are going on right now on social media, like especially fitness-wise, like 75 hard or all of these things. I'm not a huge fan of those, and just because of the fact that most likely people that do these challenges are not very excited or can get kind of discouraged while doing them just because of the unrealistic things that they call for. And also, they're not a sustainable practice. Unless the person is doing this for the rest of their lives, which I highly doubt that everyone is working out twice a day, eating this certain diet and doing these things for the rest of their lives. This is not a sustainable practice, and it can honestly hurt you in the long run, just because after those 75 days or however many days that they do it, your body is used to that. But once that stops and you're kind of like cutting cold turkey, your body is going to freak out, resort back to what maybe was the problem before you started it. So I would really suggest just kind of easing yourself in, doing things that you know are good for you and implementing them along with things that you enjoy. And I think that will just set you up for more sustainable practice, and you'll be able to keep it up for longer. That being said, I did see a few people, I think it was like Alex Earl or something, talk about like 30 soft, which I'm kind of into. It's not like so extreme as 75 hard, and you're still doing things that you normally do, but just really keeping yourself accountable for 30 days and trying to stick to it and get back into the groove of being healthy after the new year. So that I'm here for. The 75 hard is not my favorite. But another thing that I really am cutting out of my life or trying to not implement as much as I wanted to in the past is their morning or nighttime routines, just because I feel like it's just another thing that you have to check off your list. For me, as long as I know that I'm doing things that will help me either have a good day or a good evening, then I am going to stick with that. I feel like when you set your alarm for a certain time and then you have to do this and journal and then meditate and all of these things, I feel like that just kind of adds more tasks to your day, when in reality, you should just be having that time with yourself, doing the things that feel right in the moment, and I feel like that for me is much better practice. That being said, I really do like to create lists. I'm a huge planner, and I do have weekly, daily planners. I just got these off of Canva. I love Canva for everything. They have it all. And it's just these like simple planners that I'll plan out my week and my days, which I can write this stuff down and get it all on paper just so I remember what's going on. But at the same time, if I need to shift things around or say I got to one thing before I anticipated it, then that's totally fine too. Just being more gracious with myself and lenient this year. I don't want to hyperfixate or kind of get too much into something when tomorrow's another day and you can handle it. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling great, so I didn't do a workout that I had planned. I pushed it to today. It's totally fine, and as long as you are doing the things that you know you need to do for yourself, then I think having a planner is okay, but having these routines and really making sure you stick to them, I think can get a little bit dangerous at times. But yeah, if you guys are looking for planner, or even like, I probably have kept this on my desktop as well. I just really like to handwrite things. Canva has really great options. I always would go out and buy a planner and it would never have enough pages in it, or it was just super expensive and like huge and clunky. So I really like just going online, picking out a template and just filling it in by hand. Those are a few things. I also am really liking that ins and outs trend. I haven't done one of those, but I think those are also interesting as well, because then you can see what worked for you last year and what didn't, what you're planning on bringing into the new year. For me, right now, I am just really wanting to do the vision board and putting pictures on there that mean the most for me this year and are just some things I'm envisioning and goals I really want to reach. I'm being super serious about this vision board, and I got this canvas from Sustrained Green. It's like this 40 by 40 centimeter, so it's not super big, and I plan on just like placing it behind my desk, my work desk, so I can see it every day and really remember the goals and things that I've been envisioning for this year. And then I also just went on Pinterest. I mentioned in a few vlogs back that I have been loving Pinterest. I'm in my Pinterest era. It's just so inspiring, and just like, for me, as I mentioned, I'm such a visual person, and the aesthetic on there, I just love it so much. So I just printed out like the 2024 and then all of the goals and things that I really want to achieve and envision for my year to come. I want to just go over some of the things on my list with you guys, just in case you needed some inspiration, or I just think it's fun and interesting. I also wanted to mention that I know this vlog is a little bit late, and for me, the New Year's resolution on January 1st is never happening. I think I mentioned this last January as well. I need a few days to reboot and just get myself together and reflect on the year past. I also was traveling, as you guys saw. We had a little ski weekend, so I didn't really have time to really sit down and evaluate with myself. So it's almost the middle of January now, and as I mentioned, I want to do like a 30-day wellness series. So every week for the next 4 weeks, I'm going to be uploading a video. and a lot of the topics in these videos are going to be things that I really want to hone in on for this new year. But that being said, here are a few things that I'm really envisioning for myself this year. The first thing is definitely getting out of my comfort zone. Each month I want to do something that really challenges me and helps me grow as a person. This month, currently, January, a couple weeks ago, I started skiing again. I am not the best skier, and to me, honestly, it's a little bit frightening. I don't know if I'm like scared of heights, but I'm really trying to do things that scare me and just help me grow as a person. So skiing was that for the month of January, and then I'll figure out something for February and so forth. With that, I want to just do hard things and apply myself more. I can be very timid and just in my head a lot, and for 2024, I'm really just going for it. I'm putting it all out there, and I am manifesting everything that I want and need and will achieve those goals. Another thing on my list is saving money and just really be a little bit more frugal with my spending. I feel like I've just kind of got out of control recently, and I really want to be able to manage my finances better. I like to plan for the future, and I want to make sure that I'm comfortable with my income and all of the spending that I'm doing is not getting out of hand. So 2024, I'm really making it a priority to just make sure that I'm not going crazy and just really every month watching my spending and the budget that I have really budgeted out for that month. I am planning to cook more at home. Me and my husband are really trying to not go out to eat as much as we do. I think just because it's just us two, and sometimes really don't feel like cooking a whole meal just for the two of us. And you know, we're kind of still in our honeymoon phase. If you aren't new here, you would know that I'm from the US and my husband's from Switzerland, so we didn't really have a super long relationship where we spent years together before we were living together. And I just moved here a year ago, and we're still like going out and going on dates, you know, doing all the things that you would have done maybe when you first started dating someone, which we didn't really get the opportunity. It was more like flying to a place, seeing each other for a few weeks, and flying back home. I'm just making an excuse here, but we both have really wanted to start cooking at home more, in turn saving more money, being more conscious of what we're eating, and also learning more about cooking. Going along with the learning part, I am definitely needing to learn more German this year. I definitely have been more understanding of it. I've picked up a lot more living here. It's just speaking it is not the best for me, and this year that is probably the biggest goal for me, is to learn the German language and taking more classes, possibly meeting more people. The next thing I really want to learn, which I don't know if I touched on this already, but I really want to take a course and be certified in pre and postnatal fitness. I am always wanting to grow in the fitness industry and learn and keep learning and evolving, and pre and postnatal is something that I really am interested in. I mean, I am a woman, I really am looking to start a family soon, and pre and postnatal fitness is super important, and you can learn a lot about the anatomy and just how you can help women feel their best during and after pregnancy. So that's a big priority for me this year as well. And then just some of the little things that I always have really on my list, but are just kind of coming along into 2024 with me, are reading one book a month. I tried to read a lot more last year, and I have to say I really did, but this year I want to push myself more and read and finish one book each month, so 12 books out of the year. And maybe I'll even do like a vlog one day, maybe after 6 months, on all of the books I read, maybe if I like them, my recommendations, if you guys are into that. No phone after 8:30 p.m. I'm really wanting to be less on my phone and more present, maybe with my husband, talk about our days, just because I feel like we can get into this deep dark hole on social media, and I just really want to be able to connect with him more and connect with myself more and just get off my cell phone. And also wake up earlier and try to become a morning person. I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand with the phone. Being off my phone at 8:30 will help me unwind and then in turn sleep a little bit earlier. Do try to sleep a bit earlier. It's just not always the case, just because my mind is always running, and I feel like that has something to do with the electronics. So I think if I do that, I'll be able to wake up a bit earlier, start my day earlier, get more done. But I'm definitely having that as a goal as well this year. Health and wellness, as always, is a huge priority for me. As I get older, as I mentioned, trying to become a mom, start a family, health and wellness is going to be top priority for me. And cutting out on the alcohol, I really want to see how long I can go. I am not a person that's super sober curious. I love wine with a good meal, and it's just I know how bad alcohol is for you. And I feel like I was listening to a podcast the other day, and I think it was like Mariana Hewitt's podcast, because she's been sober for I think a year, and she had someone on, I forget his name, but which we've all known how bad alcohol is for you, no matter how much you're drinking, even if it's one glass of wine. I believe he said on the podcast that in 10 years, there's going to be ads for alcohol like there is for cigarettes. Like, you see someone smoking a cigarette and you're automatically thinking in your head, don't you know how bad that is for you? That's how people are going to think in 10 years, which we'll see. I'm not sure if that's really what, I don't know if, I feel like people are still very much into cocktails and drinking, fancy beverages and just having a nice wine. I do understand and get that, and I really want to see how far I can go without drinking any alcohol. I know it makes me feel good. I feel better. My health everything is always top notch when I don't drink for a while. So that's definitely a goal for me in the new year as well. Then another one is building my community on social media. If you're watching this video, you're a part of it, and I'm so grateful for you to be here and sitting and hopefully enjoying this video. I really do love social media and vlogging. YouTube is my favorite platform by far. I just love creating videos and sharing with you guys. I think my situation is a little bit unique just because I am an American living in Switzerland, and I do love fitness, so I really hope I can provide knowledge and insight and just experience to you guys, and I really want to grow my community and connect with you guys more. I absolutely love when you guys comment on my videos and either ask me questions or just even leave me a nice comment. It makes my day, it really does. So growing my social media community is also a top thing on my list. The very last thing on my list, which I've touched on this a couple times already going over my list, but I really want to start a family in 2024. I'm not gonna get emotional right now. I don't know why I'm getting emotional, honestly, but I am 31 years old, and I definitely had plans to start a family earlier, but that hasn't been the case. And I am manifesting this year being pregnant, hopefully at least, or possibly even having a child. But I really want to grow my family in 2024. And that is probably, I keep on saying all of these are a top goal, but that one is very close to my heart. So now that I shared my list with you guys, I'm gonna start my board up. What I plan to do is just tape all of the pictures to the canvas, be able to use the canvas next year for 2025. finished organizing everything pretty much, realizing that I probably could have done with a bigger board, but that's okay. I like the size of this. It's very cute. I have a few other leftover images, but that's all right. I think I have everything covered really that I want to manifest and envision for 2024. Some of these things I don't think that I mentioned to you. I have a few images of like makeup. I really want to try to get better at doing makeup, doing my own makeup, learning more about the makeup industry. I have this one, which you guys know I've struggled a lot with my skin, so I just really want to focus on my skin for 2024 and just get glass skin, hopefully. This one is just an image of a girl with really nice full hair. That's definitely something that has always been on my list. And then I have just a few little other things, just really nice aesthetic pictures. This is a picture of a beach in Sicily just because my husband and I really want to do a road trip this summer through Italy and envisioning it. Putting it into the universe, we are doing it. I have just some like lymphatic drainage I want to really hone in on and do more of in 2024. I liked this German quote. It says, "Wenn nicht ist diesem Leben, wann dann?" It's if not in this life, then when? Which, motivation. The cute little images of the baby hand. This is my favorite watch ever, and it's always been a goal of mine. But yeah, just everything else I pretty much touched on with you guys. I love how this turned out. I just need to place them all now in the spots that I have them, tape them all down, and then set it up. Added them all to the canvas. I'm thinking about putting it right here, right behind my desk where my monitor is, so I see it every day. I like that spot, I think. Maybe over there. Let me try on this side. Okay, that could be better. I'm gonna end the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the first vlog of our 30 Days of Wellness series. I hope this inspired you, you got some motivation, you got some insight about what I'm going to be really honing in on and working towards this year. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. It really does mean a lot. And I do hope you consider subscribing and join me for my next one. Bye guys.